guys, Jenna Citrus here with a fun little reminder video about BentBox. So I'm going to share a few fun facts about BentBox and give you a couple reasons why you should head on over there right now and buy a set. By the way, I do have a 50% off sale running right now, so there's your number one reason to get over to BentBox and check it out. But there's, let's see, I wrote out some answers, so I'll be reading just a little bit. Oh, but I do love, so this is just a fun little list of all the reasons why to love BentBox, why to sign up as a user and a consumer, and or why, if you're a model, photographer, content creator, why to get your stuff on the platform. So one thing I really love is the BentBox site actually sends out emails that are like top picks, and they'll feature your box on the website. So that's one thing that I get really excited about that unfortunately Patreon and OnlyFans don't do for most creators. But I've seen myself and some of my other friends just randomly get featured. That you get this email that comes out either weekly or monthly, and it's like, hey, you should sign up for this person and buy this box because it's super awesome. So that's a really cool functionality. And I'm going to talk about this, but I personally don't use it because my dad is on Twitter. So there's I could set up the functionality that every time I get a new BentBox posted and every time someone buys a BentBox, it posts it on Twitter, but I don't, because I don't necessarily want my dad to see every single thing that I post on BentBox, because you know that might be a little like, oh, hi Dad. But that is a really cool integrated functionality about BentBox. Oh, I do want to mention their support team. They're really interactive and supportive, and so that's one reason that I really enjoy being able to interface with someone, because there's a person that I talk to back and forth on there, and it seems to be the same person, and they at least know and acknowledge that I exist, and it always feels nice to be seen. And there are a couple people like that on the Patreon team, but as far as I can tell on OnlyFans, they just get mad at you and don't want to see who you are. And I see you over there, little mini Schnells. I see you trying to get the figure. No, you don't. She's up to no good. Let's see. Oh, and so I photographed some of my friends, and there is a really cool integrated feature on there where you can do a revenue share with your friends. If you like agree up front, you're like, hey, let me photograph you for free, and we'll do a revenue share, and we can both split the profits from a box sale. So that's a really nice way to automate things. I was doing that with one of my friends in Patreon for a long time, but it was a little hard because there was like lots of people joining Patreon, and then I was like, well, I don't know if this specific set is the reason they're joining, but on BentBox you definitely know if someone buys that set, they wanted to see it, and it automatically does a revenue split if that person is also signed up on BentBox. So all of the fun, cool reasons. And oh, I don't have to stay on brand. So that's one of my other favorite reasons. How many favorite reasons do I have? So many favorite reasons. You should definitely check it out right now. BentBox is cool. So with Patreon and OnlyFans, I have had a little bit of backlash because I'm first and foremost a photographer. I do happen to be a self-portrait photographer, and I also love, well, yeah, I guess I just love making all sorts of photos and all sorts of videos. But when I started out, I really loved photographing other people. And when I do that on Patreon and OnlyFans, there's sometimes a little bit of backlash. So that's on OnlyFans, or not OnlyFans, on BentBox, you know, it's like, hey, here's a box of this person. And so there's no backlash from anyone that's like, this is not you, why is this on here? And I do have some fetish work on there too, because that's another thing that's like, some certain fetishes are very unfriendly for some of the other websites, but this website does seem to be pretty friendly for most fetishes, so be sure to check that out. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess I have reached the end of amazing reasons why you should sign up for BentBox, but you should go check it out. If you're a photographer, model, consumer of content, just an all-around creator, they do have a lot of really cool sets and features, and I do have a couple videos that are like super on sale, so be sure to check them out. And it's also a great way to just host content. You don't necessarily have to put it behind a paywall, but you can, because you know that's always a great way to make a living. So yeah, be sure to check it out, and thanks so much for watching.